Hello, okay, before this video starts, you're gonna see some pictures appear. This here is gonna be my new ranking for the videos from now on. You're gonna see that one you just saw is the alpha ranking. That is what I'm gonna use as my ranking for something that I think the game did extremely well. Then there's gonna be an omega ranking, which is something I think the game just did crap and awful. And I think it should just not be there, or really just is the most terrible part of the game in general. Um, by the way, if you don't know, Alpha being the best type of werewolf, the strongest, Omega being the weakest. So let's just get into this. So today, I think if you can tell by the screen, we are doing a review on the new game that came out yesterday. I completed this game, by the way. Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood. Now, I've got a lot to say about this game. I'll just start with some good things. The combat is probably the best part. The werewolf is cool looking in ways. Same as some of the stuff, like you can see right there. What is it that's bad? I'll tell you. Everything else! The game is outright... Oh my god. The story is awful. Just gonna say that right now. I couldn't bring myself to really care about many of the characters, to be honest. The animations are a bit wonky. The graphics look like it's from an Xbox 360 game, for God's sake. I'm sorry. It's not 2010. This is bloody 2021 now. Like, Jesus. Now, as what you can see, this is gameplay of the game. And I was so looking forward to this game. And to be honest, my final verdict has to be giving it the benefit of the doubt. But you'll just get to hear what I have to say. The combat in the game's actually pretty good. You only have to really, like... There's no blocking or ult, but there's pretty much dodge, jump, slash, heavy attack, light attack, stuff like that. And you can upgrade your werewolf to make him stronger as well. It's quite cool in ways. I did... I did enjoy the combat in the game. A lot of people said it did get pretty repetitive, but I just always looked forward to playing as the werewolf, because my god, is that cool. I just love playing the werewolf. I think he's really cool. And also, the stealth parts of the game, that's good as well. Like, the stealth parts are pretty cool. How you have to sneak around and stuff. You use your wolf form, like your small wolf, to get into air vents and to get around and sneak behind people. Just one thing with the game. The AI is terrible. To give it that way. It's also annoying at times, such as bosses sometimes spam the same exact ability over and over and over again. But when they didn't, and it actually was a fair fight in ways, it's actually quite fun. The fights are actually pretty cool, and I enjoyed the boss fights. Probably one of the best parts of the game, to be honest, was the boss fights, because damn, they were actually really bloody fun to do, and really hard as well. So if you want to challenge in bosses, this is the game. For a werewolf game, if you just want to be werewolf, that would be good. So if you just want a game where you can play as a werewolf, that's amazing. That's just great. The game's good for that, in my opinion. You get to release your inner beast, your inner rage, go in there. There's a few guys there. There's mechs in the game as well, so you can just go in as a werewolf and tear the mech apart, which is always cool looking. Really, it's really fun, actually, because you can go in there in your werewolf form, go in as a small wolf, jump down, turn to a massive, humongous one, and just turn to pretty much Hulk, and just grab them all. You can grab enemies, you can throw them, you can rip their heads off. Jesus, man, it's so cool, the fighting. The combat's the best part of this game, in my opinion. But the other thing is, the voice acting's awful. Like, I don't really want to spoil it, but wow. Some of the voice acting gets so bad, like, I couldn't bring myself to care. It was more funny than anything on depressing parts. Like, I had my friend Shay playing this. He really liked the story in his eyes, but, well, he hasn't fully completed it yet. At the moment, he's enjoying it. But just, man, this game, it's so disappointing because I've been looking forward to this game since it was announced, or the reveal trailer anyway. And I just couldn't wait. It looked so cool. The cinematics made this game look so good. And then we just get this pile of disappointment. Like, Jesus, man. This game came out a bit too early. Well, fine. This bit here. Worst part of the game, in my opinion, for the Omega Wolf rating. The story. Easily. I could not bring myself to like any of the characters. They were so boring. So lackluster. Come on. There's sad bits in you can tell there is meant to be sad bits in the story. Okay? But I just could not bring myself to feel that emotion. I couldn't bring myself to feel bad for the main character. Like, come on. Like, I'm meant to feel sorry for them if someone he loves the most is dying or gets killed or... I don't know. He's almost dead. I should feel worried for him. I should feel worried. But I just don't care. Because this game just doesn't give you it. It doesn't give you the feeling of what the werewolf game should be. Really, it's just so boring. Like, wow, the story is just terrible. If you're in here for the story, you're not going to enjoy it. You're going to hate it. Do not get this game. Do not buy this game. I'm telling you that right now. If you're here for story, no. The best part of the game, in my opinion, easy. The boss fights. Why the boss fights? Simple. Because of the combat. Made the game so much fun. The fighting in the game is really cool. It's like combos, like a fighting game. You have to hit heavy attacks. You have combined your light attacks with your heavy attacks. Your jump attacks, your other attacks to do more damage. And the special part of the werewolf, the frenzy, that is so OP and so fun to use. I loved using that on enemies and bosses. It was so cool. The amount of times, by the way, I died on bosses, I had to rethink, what the hell am I gonna do? Like, Jesus, I had to rethink everything, what I was gonna do for the boss fights. Like, wow. So you can't sometimes run in there guns blazing. You've sometimes got to save your, like, special or other stuff as well. Like, you see those, like, little bars under my health? They are literally what you must save up on some boss fights. This boss here is the first boss. Is easy. I just chucked him up there. Then the executions on the boss are just cool. Like, yeah, that bit. The bit with punching that werewolf is amazing. One thing I have to say, though. Bopping metal soundtrack. So with the final score of this game, 5 out of 10. Sorry. This game, it had potential of being a good game, but it is not. And I feel bad for the game. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next video. Goodbye.